Hello, justtwogood here, and today is the last day to get the LEGO Bionicle promo at LEGO stores and shop at home by spending over $100 on any original LEGO theme. So whether it be LEGO City, LEGO Friends, LEGO Monkey Kid, LEGO Ninjago, the list goes on. So don't try to get it on some licenses because the licenses won't work. Instead, get it on the original LEGO themes. And again, February 9th, 2023 is the last day. But this is the Bionicle, Tahu and Takua tribute set with 219 pieces, 2 construction, buildable, I don't know what you want to call them. I call them minifigures based on the construction versions. And let's take a look at these builds. So here is the new Tahu, and yeah, the mask is a really lame recapturing, just a printed slope piece right there, which doesn't really look like the original mask. It needed a specialized piece for sure, but LEGO didn't have the budget to put a specialized piece as this is just a promo. Come on, step it up, LEGO. And there's a hefty amount of gray and not capturing the points where there was a black at these joints on the Tahu, where they captured these black sections, but the gray parts were just parts that should have been orange or red. And this gray part right here should have been black. It just doesn't look right. But still, it's an interesting reimagining of the classic design, where I do like some aspects they recreate, whether it be the brain stalk at the back or just the general shape of that headpiece that they would use specialized for these classic Bionicle sets. And we do have a hefty amount of miniature ball joints, not the larger ball and socket joints that the original sets had. And these are with modified 1x2 plates and all. So the design of this has a nice amount of posability, whether it be these shoulder joints at the top, and these clips can just be rearranged up and down to fit the shoulder joint position. And then we also have 1x2 hinge connections so that you get some movement with the arms individually. It's fun to move that up and down. And then on this side, we have the fire sword, which has a translucent design this time around. The original one was just like one whole red piece right here. So it's kind of weird to also see the black at the bottom right here for a handle. And you can move this up and down as well. And then we have a ball joint at that middle section of the torso, which gives some nice movement there. The headpiece is on a ball joint as well, so you get some more movement. I do like how they kept that Technic ball design in the middle from the original set. And then for the legs, we have a little hip joint at the top right here, and then knee joints in the middle. And of course, this does have some holes at the bottom to connect it to the stand that comes in the set. But yeah, again, it just looks like a strange version of the classic Tahu Bionicle minifigure, or not really minifigure, a buildable construction figure that we all know and love. Interesting, but not quite right. I actually think I like Takua more than Tahu in this set, where this is just a bit of a more faithful recreation, as the figure was smaller than Tahu in the actual sets. I think the figure first came out in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. This design has some interesting recreations, whether it be the, again, I'm not a Bionicle lore person, Tahunga feet there, which is interesting seeing that just made it out of more traditional LEGO system pieces. At the back, again, brain stalk there, and reminiscent of that classic Bionicle headpiece. A printed mask exclusive to this set once again. And this figure has a bamboo disc recreated here, which is just a larger, 3x3 tile? The tiles that were first introduced in the LEGO Mario line. Regardless, there is less posability where you can just move the arms up and down. And then you do have nice rotation on the feet there, as those use miniature ball joints, so you get some cool positions there. Make them look like they're jumping up and down. Regardless, at the back, not too much else to show with Takua. You do have this attached at the back, but that's it for the Takua minifigure. I'm sorry I'm saying minifigure, but these are miniature versions of classic LEGO Bionicle figures. What else am I supposed to say? And finally, we have this stand, which almost looks like it's recreating the front design of the box of the original LEGO Tahu set, where there is a stand that Tahu's on, but it wasn't included in the set. So it's kind of awesome to see this build come to life, though, you know, I could be like, hey, reallocate these pieces and the budget for these pieces to make new pieces, but whatever. Because I would have rather had more detailed figures, more accurate figures than a stand. But still, it's a cool build, and you can see how this is attached with what I call the Riot Shield pieces at the bottom there. There's a hefty amount of orange and translucent orange, which looks really nice for the lava. And I do like the stand here, though. Maybe you should have had like a little Bionicle print as well for just the display stand name. Regardless, these two parts right here are meant to connect to those bottom holes on Tahu's feet. And it makes for a really beautiful little desk topper. And it's fun to repose Tahu while he's standing there. And you could even have just different angles with how movable the joints throughout the body are. And at the back of the box, they do show Takua just kind of chilling at the back there, which that little 1x2 jumper can just be attached. And there you go. Oh, come on, Takua. Stay on. There you go. That is oddly adorable. But that's it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box is a lovely recreation of the original canisters from 2001. I love seeing that gray once again. Very nostalgic for me. I remember I would just pick those off the shelves of Target and beg my mom to get them for me. Regardless, at the back, you have some different shots. It would have been nice if they had a shot of the original set just as like, hey, this is what it looked like in 2001, just for comparison, like a Speed Champs thing. I really like the instructions included, which give a little bit of an intro to the legend of LEGO Bionicle. And you can see it starts with this little picture right here. And then they're like, in 2001, the LEGO Group introduced a new theme that would become a global sensation, LEGO Bionicle. So that's really neat. And you even got some photos from the bottom there. I will say there's kind of a lack of any of the original set photos, so they're not like, hey, compare this to the original set or anything. But you can even see at the bottom there, they just plug in the new design. It's whatever, though. So overall, while I love the fact that we're getting a tribute to Bionicle, this one might not be the best decision, where it's just like not using any of the original construction pieces, trying to take it into a system version. That doesn't look great. I mean, the non-specialized mask really hurts it with that slope design that looks very lame and odd, especially compared to the original design. I don't like the amount of gray that bleeds through because it seems like they didn't have too big of a budget to make new pieces. But I do kind of love Takua. I think that was done fantastically and is a very cool looking minifigure. Again, I'm saying minifigures because they're miniature versions of the original selves. So if all things considered as a promo, I'm glad it's not over $100, like a $180, like some of the upcoming promos. But I don't think it's great, and I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this new take on Bionicle in the comments below, and if you expect more, because I do expect they'll do more and maybe do a better tribute in the future, but for now, we're stuck with this. I'll see you later. Peace out.